Today we're going to take a closer look at Nvidia. You guys know this is the best semiconductor channel out there, and if you want to learn more about companies like Nvidia, like AMD, like Intel, just make sure to hit the subscribe button right now. So on today's episode, what I want to do is take a closer look at Nvidia. The company just released a press release for some partnership with VMware. I'm also seeing this very interesting trend from Nvidia right now and about one of their hardware products. Let's take a closer look in today's episode. So today on August 22nd, 2023, a day before earnings, Nvidia released that VMware and Nvidia unlock generative AI for enterprises. This new VMware private AI foundation with Nvidia enables enterprises to ready their businesses for generative AI platform to further support data privacy, security, and control. So VMware, which is a publicly traded company, ticker VMW, most of VMware stock is kind of trading at a certain valuation right now. The company is planning on getting acquired by Broadcom. So this company, the stock price doesn't move too much right now as the acquisition process is still going through. And Nvidia announced the expansion of their strategic partnership to ready the hundreds of thousands of enterprises that run on VMware's cloud infrastructure for the era of generative AI. So VMware Private AI Foundation with NVIDIA will enable enterprises to customize models and run generative AI applications, including intelligent chatbots, assistants, search, and summarizations. And they mentioned that the platform will be fully integrated solution featuring generative AI software and accelerated computing from NVIDIA. And that is another kind of discussion or press release that they talked about. They kind of brought these kind of NVIDIA AI ready servers from world leading system manufacturers to supercharge generative AI for enterprises. So kind of to coincide with this partnership that they have with VMware, NVIDIA today announced a world leading system manufacturers will deliver AI ready servers that support VMware Private AI Foundation with NVIDIA, announced separately today, to help companies customize and deploy generative AI applications using the proprietary business data. So this is the trend I'm seeing right now. So NVIDIA, in my opinion, doesn't need to sell their A100s anymore. They don't need to sell their H100. They have too much demand for these products that there's no real reason for them to kind of really sell them to others. Now what they're trying to do is they're selling this new GPU that they just announced about a week ago or less than a month ago during the SIGGRAPH event. They announced Nvidia's L40s GPUs, and I'll talk about them in a bit. But these AI-ready servers will include Nvidia's L40s GPUs, Nvidia's Bluefield 3 DPUs, and obviously Nvidia's enterprise software. And these servers also provide Nvidia accelerated infrastructure and software to power VMware private AI foundations with NVIDIA. They mentioned that these L40 powered servers are going to be coming out from leading global system manufacturers like Dell Technologies, Hewlett Packard, and Lenovo, and they will be available by end of year to accelerate enterprise AI. So again, right off the bat, when we're taking a closer look at these servers, they are including NVIDIA's L40 GPUs. They're not including NVIDIA's A100. They're not including NVIDIA's H100, right? And those are the crazy data center CPUs that are kind of selling out. Instead, they're including the L40s. And I actually did an episode yesterday on the on NVIDIA and what investors should kind of take a closer look at before earnings. So if you haven't watched that episode, make sure to check it out. I talk a little bit about all the different aspects impacting the company. And before I take a closer look at the L40s, I just want to say thank you guys for the support. If you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We just hit 27.4. I'm super excited. We hit that earlier this morning. Let's see if we can hit 27.5 before NVIDIA earnings. That would be a huge, awesome gift for me if we can hit 27.5 before earnings tomorrow. If you want to learn more about the semiconductor market, I do have a weekly exclusive video membership. Check out, just click join right here or down below. Weekly exclusive videos. I also have a Discord channel that just came out. Once you join, just send me a message and you can join the free Discord channel that was just created. If you want to have kind of a special offer to Fool.com, check out Fool.com/Jose. And finally, if you just want a free newsletter, check out josenaharo.substack.com. And finally, I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and check out Fool.com/Jose,
for the 10 best stocks to buy now. With that link, you get a promotional offer for the subscription service. Now, let's continue with today's episode.
All right, so now let's go back to talking about the L40S. So the L40S was announced on August 8th of 2023. The L40S enables up to 1.2x more generative AI inference performance and up to 1.7x training performance compared to the Nvidia A100 Tensor Core GPU. So we can definitely see it definitely has a nice benefits because the Nvidia A100 is still a nice product. So this is a little bit better than that. For those that are not familiar, the L40S is just an upgraded version of the L40 GPU, which was announced on March 21st of 2023. And the great thing about these GPUs is they're actually based on ADA 8102 GPUs. So that's the chipset that they use. And for those that are not familiar, that chipset is actually one of the chipsets that they use for the gaming graphics cards for their consumer products. We know the 8102 is actually used in NVIDIA's 4090 GPU. I believe it's probably even used in their 4080 Ti. So now NVIDIA is actually using their consumer chips to some extent and plugging them into data center market solutions. And I think that's such a great move, right? Because they're seeing such a huge demand of their A100s, of their H100s. They're selling out. But right now we are seeing kind of this weakness in the consumer market that they're kind of using their consumer products meant for gaming or their chipsets meant for gaming and kind of transforming them to also be a strong data center solution like the L40 and the L40S. So I do believe this is a great move. And now NVIDIA, they're like, hey, look, we don't have enough products we don't have enough supply for the H100 or supply you with the A100. But next you can get something that's a little bit better than the A100. We got this L40 GPUs. There are a little bit of weakness between the L40 GPUs, obviously kind of using the Hopper architecture or the Ampere data center architectures come with a little bit more benefits to some of the data center products. But at least for some of these AI workloads, the L40S is definitely a strong player. And we are seeing NVIDIA kind of taking advantage to that. We also see that, hey, look, this will be available by the year end. We already know that Supermicro, if we take a closer look at Supermicro data center or web page, they already have some of their L40S GPU systems selling already, and you can kind of purchase them right now. So NVIDIA is really attempting to sell out these products and kind of really see the demand of this AI push, not only in their data center products, but also in their consumer products to some extent. Now, if we take a close, so we talked a little bit about the hardware, but let's kind of come back to this partnership that NVIDIA and VMware has. So first, we already saw, hey, look, that there's this hardware that's going to support this kind of clouding partnership. But let's learn a little bit more about this clouding partnership. So first, we did see that the CEO of VMware says that generative AI and multi-cloud are the perfect match. And this is true, right? Because clouding solutions right now are pretty much what most AI companies are using. There's no more point for these AI players to kind of invest in hardware if you can kind of get the clouding solutions from some form of infrastructure. They also mentioned that customer data is everywhere, in their data centers, at the edge, and in their clouds. Together with NVIDIA, they will empower enterprises to run their generative AI workloads adjacent to their data with confidence while addressing their corporate data privacy, security, and control concerns. So they do mention that the VMware Private AI Foundation with NVIDIA will enable enterprises to harness these capabilities, customizing large language models, producing more secure and private models for their internal usage, and offering generative AI as a service to their users, and more securely running inference workloads at scales. So they mentioned that the platform of this kind of VMware NVIDIA partnership is expected to see some benefits that would obviously would include like privacy. Customers will be able to kind of run this data private and enable secure access. The choices right now, we are seeing numerous large language models. You're not stuck with using just NVIDIA's NeMo solution, right? You can kind of use Llama 2 and other players out there and other large language models that you can find in places like Hugging Face. Performance, obviously, NVIDIA is the big hardware AI accelerator here in the market. So they mentioned that the performance is far better. Obviously, data center at scale, you're able to run numerous GPUs at the same time. And obviously, because NVIDIA has created this great infrastructure with GPUs and DPUs at a lower cost. They do mention that VMware intends to release VMware Private AI Foundation with NVIDIA in early 2024. So first, I want to say I don't think this is going to be completely revolutionary for the stock. Just this partnership alone is not a complete revolutionary for NVIDIA, but it does showcase a few things. First is showcasing, like I mentioned with that L40S, that hey, this company is able to kind of switch their overall consumer products and their gaming products and really push it into kind of a form of data center flavor, which is doing really well right now. So that can obviously be a good boost in the company's revenue as they are already probably capped in supply for their Nvidia H100 and for their Nvidia A100. The other thing that we're seeing is AI is still in the early phases. We're still seeing big players continue to invest in this market, and obviously that can be a bullish trend for Nvidia. At the end of the day, this company is extremely volatile. Year to date, the stock is up over 220%. So during earnings, anything can happen. Again, if you haven't watched that earnings video, I definitely would recommend it. Make sure to check it out. Take care, have a good day, and see you next time.